Welcome back to the channel, guys. How you doing? Today we're doing a track guide for Monza on iRacing. We're using the McLaren GT3 720S. At the time it's a 147.1. Monza, like lots of tracks out there, is all about your exit speed and sometimes sacrificing on the turn in so that you can carry a lot of speed out down the straights is massively beneficial. I did this particular lap as part of a 29 lap stint. I'm getting ready for a 24-hour race in a couple of weeks. The setup is the iRacing preset low downforce endurance. I was running full fuel. I think this was lap 22 of 29. Again, as normal, I'll run it through at full speed and then I'll break it down bit by bit so you can have a look at each corner individually, where you should be braking, where you should be turning in, when you should be getting on the throttle. And hopefully that'll help a few of you to increase that average lap time and get yourselves up to speed quickly. Nice one. Okay, right, let's break this down corner by corner. Let's get going. So, flat out, as you can imagine, down the straight. Exit speed is crucial from the last corner. Obviously, we'll get to that. As we come into this, you're looking for this hedge here. So just after the 150 board is where I tend to go. Keeping out to the left. So all the way down to first gear. The key here is your trail braking. You'll see on here, I'm still just trail braking off as I start turning in, and that helps you carry the speed through. Again, I brush the brake here just to pull the front end round. Nice cut of the curb. And out you go, down to first gear for that one, and then obviously back through the gears. I see a lot of people going out wide here. I don't really see any value in that. I tend to hug the corner as much as physically possible, just so I can carry the speed through. As we come into the second chicane, you're looking for the service road that you can't see with that view. This service road here. So just after this little red marker here, there's a little service road. Nice and straight down to second gear. As you get to this curb, about a third of the way along, you start turning in. Lots of curb. It's pretty lenient on the track limits just there. A few times I have come a bit too far left and you'll get a slow down penalty, but you can really get over it. And obviously this just helps straighten up this next one because you've got a reasonable straight afterwards. And again, you know, you sacrifice the time coming in so that you can benefit on the way out. So second gear around there, like to get as nice and tight to this curb, this sausage as possible, but don't tend to go over it. I've seen a few people going over it. I find it unsettles the car. Doesn't really seem to get me any time as it unsettles the car and you can't get on the throttle as early. But if you look, I'm already, you know, full throttle there. Lift a tiny bit, bring it in, and then full throttle again as you come out. Do that whole corner in second gear. As we come up to here, you're looking a couple of cars length away from this red marker on the inside here. What I found was really accentuating my position. So bringing myself as far to the left as physically possible was massively beneficial and really helped with my exit speed for this corner. So come down into third gear. Again, trail braking in as you come round. Get yourself nice and tight on the apex. And then as soon as you hit this red marker here, you should be pointed in a direction where you can get back on full throttle pretty early and take you all the way out to there. Attack that one in third gear. And then obviously changing back up through as quickly as possible. As we come to the next one, 50 board, already on the brake here. Again, trail brake around the corner. And you can get back on kind of as you hit this apex. Again, I've seen people taking a lot of this curb, and you can, but again, I don't think you're gaining any time. You know, you want to be on the throttle, you want your wheels down, you want to be smooth, you want to get the exit speed and get your car pointing in the right direction. I found that it either kind of pulled me inwards and slowed me down or sent me outwards. And I was going quicker, but I ended up in the gravel and getting an off track. So throttle back on as you hit the apex. It'll take you all the way out. Again, long straight, that corner's really important. All about the exit speed on that particular one. So that you can get down here as quick as possible. Okay, so service road again, just after this red marker, all the way to the right-hand side. Use the track as much as you can. Coming down into third gear, turning in about halfway along this curbing here to give yourself an opportunity. Now, this took me a fair bit of practice, if I'm being honest. There were quite a few times where I'd hit it and I'd end up over here. Then I'd miss it and I'd end up too tight on this corner. The key is hitting this at a perpendicular angle. Because if you do, your car just floats over it like that, floats over the second one. So break it down a little bit more. It's third gear for here. Hit that one perpendicular. You'll touch the other one. Pushes your car to the right a little bit. But it's all about here being able to stay on the throttle. As you can see, I'm not on the throttle as I go over those. Straight on full throttle afterwards. A little lift there. And you've got to really, really hug this curb. You don't want to hit these rumble strips. Although I think I did there, actually. Did I? Maybe touch them. I find, again, they unsettle the car. You want to be on this bit of curb, but not on the rumble strips. You'll be in fourth gear just before you get here. And then left tyres over this curb so that you can really hug this apex and take your speed out of the corner. Again, onto a long straight. I don't know if you guys have played much LMU, but the track limits on LMU on this corner are so tight. Luckily, iRacing, they're nice and lenient, so you can get right over the white line and it won't give you an off track. So, yeah, that is pretty good. It means you can carry your speed down here. Again, that set of corners is really, really important. And I often found, especially when I'm doing long runs, that slowing my speed into the first corner so that I can carry more speed out gave me a lot more time than trying to go really fast through the corner, losing it in the kind of second one, and then not getting enough speed out of the third one. Okay, so at the end of the straight, you're looking for this green bit of tarmac here between the 50 and 100 board. 2/3 of the way along it, I tend to go, so about here. full brake down to third gear, trail braking as much as I can into the corner. By kind of midway through the apex in third gear, you should be in a position where you can get your foot back on the accelerator. Obviously, you can see I'm already on there. I'm on very early, actually. And then you can carry that all the way out. Now, if you're doing fast laps, you can pull inside, and I know that, again, the limits are pretty lenient here. You can kind of come all the way in to here. But certainly when you're looking at doing an endurance race, I can't see that you're going to get a huge amount of benefit of that. But yeah, there it is. So let's run it back in full speed. In this view, so you can have a really good look. So you're looking for the hedge here, and you'll be coming down to first gear, end of the hedge. Nice cut on the corner, really lenient track limits. Another cut there. Get yourself up through the gears. Hook the inside of this corner here. Again, we're looking for the service road just after the red marker. Down to second gear. Nice cut on that. Get on the throttle early. Let it run out wide. Couple of cars length before the red marker. Down to third. Back on the power at the red marker. Let it come all the way out. Just before the 50 board. Get on the apex. And let it run out again in third gear. It really gives it really shows you how much I'm using the full width of this course in order to maximize lap time. Service road, down to third, over those bumps, get back on the throttle, left hand wheels over that bump, let it run out wide. Look at those track limits. Beautiful. Much better than LMU. And you're coming down the final straight, 2/3 along the green, down to third gear. Bring it in early on the power. Oh, I did lift a little bit there. Maybe there's a bit of time in there. I think what was quite interesting was my optimal during that period was a 1:46.5. So there's certainly some more time for me to find. But it's a case of putting it together as a lap, which for some reason I wasn't able to do. But there you go. There's the track guide for Monza in the McLaren 720S GT3. Hope that helps anyone that's struggling to get up to speed. But yeah, appreciate you dropping by. Hopefully that helps some people. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Nice one.